What's up, guys? You know what it is, back here with another one. Actually, I was sitting here writing this essay that I had to write for Judge Jordan. Shout out to Judge Jordan because if it wasn't for her, then your boy would be in prison somewhere. But I made it, I had that slip up. So she said I had to write an essay on responsibility. See, y'all can't read it. No, I ain't gonna read it until I get done. I might read it to y'all later, maybe tomorrow's video or something. But if y'all get like say 10 likes, then I'll read the essay. But it was funny because she wanted me to do an essay on, she said do an essay on responsibility, which I was doing it, and and I thought about it, and that is a good topic to speak on actually. Because as you already know, when we was in our addiction, guys, like we didn't care about our responsibilities. You know what I mean? Not at all. I mean, like me personally, when I took care, like when my baby mama, she went to work and I was stay at home dad or whatever, and like I took care of my kids. Don't get me wrong, but in the back of my mind, I was waiting. I was waiting for the time that she got off work so I can just go and do whatever I wanted to do. You know what I mean? And I still, unfortunately, was still getting high and stuff with my kids. You know what I mean? I still took care of them, but probably not to the best of my ability. You know what I mean? And we just let so much stuff, our responsibilities, slip away when we're in our addiction. Like I said, taking care of our kids and our car notes, our health, especially our health. You really don't care about your health and your responsibility. You don't even care. I mean, when you're in addiction, you don't even care about eating. So like it's just crazy when I sat there and think about the assets she wanted me to write. But it's like, I don't know. It's weird. Not even weird, but just to think about that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, who forgets to take a shower? You know what I mean? Like, all you care about when you're in addiction is that drug. You don't care about nothing else. Like I said, you don't even care about eating. You know. So it's like, that's why it's crazy for me. Like when I was in rehab too, guys. Like people used to be like, oh, especially people that had to be there for like courts and stuff. You gonna fall, bro. What the heck? That's him just vintage climbing on the dang on thing. But his mama right there though. But anyway, like I was saying, I was in rehab and people would cry about like, oh, I miss my kids, I miss my kids, I miss my kids, and like, I'm not a judgmental guy, but like at the end of the day, I was like, yo, you wouldn't think about your kids when you was out there getting high and drunk. You know what I mean? Because even let's think about it, even when we are around our kids, are we really around our kids or our family? You know what I mean? Because in our mind, we don't care about that. We're not thinking about what's going on. We're thinking about when the next time we can go out there and get that next drug or whatever, next drink or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So like I used to just think that that was so like crazy to me. People would like cry about it, cry about it, cry about it. It's like, whoa. You wasn't around your kids when you was out, wasn't in rehab. Now you want to worry about your kids? Like, come on now. Like that's crazy to me. Like sometimes we just gotta be like honest with ourselves. And those are the people that wasn't ready to, you know what I mean, wasn't ready to get help, because you turn around and you see they're out there doing the same thing. Then I just sit there and I look and I think to myself, like I said, I'm not judging nobody because I was out there doing the same thing, but I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, what happened to you missing your kids, bro? You know what I mean? Like that don't even make no sense to me. But anyway, like I said, like I was doing this thing and like it just made me think, you know what I mean, about responsibilities. How important responsibility? Because like I was talking to my mom last night about this same thing, and like even when I was in my addiction, or I was in, doing my thing or whatever, like I wouldn't even take responsibility for my actions. You know what I mean? I get arrested or the cops come. Well, I didn't do that. I don't know. I don't know how. They made my drugs. You know what I mean? I'm the only one in the car, but they ain't mine. That was the other person that got in my car or something. That, you know what I'm saying? They must have left it there. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I know I didn't take responsibility or nothing. They even found the drugs in my pocket. Somebody put my pants on. Somebody must have worn my pants. I heard that one time, guys. It was like, my homeboy was like, yo, somebody wore my pants before I put them on and put them drugs in my. Them not mine, bro. Like at all. Somebody wore my pants, yo. I don't know how that happened. Who gonna wear your pants, bro? Literally. That don't even make no sense. That was funny to me. I'm like, yo, really? Now you're going a little too far, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, I got underwear. The drugs in my underwear, officer. Somebody was wearing my underwear. Really? Like, come on now. Take responsibility for your actions. But like I said, I mean, that was me, too. I did that same thing. You know what I mean? Like, we don't take responsibility or nothing. You know what I mean? Out there doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just, it's just funny to me that she picked this topic for me. Because it's crazy, too, because I'm like I said, shout out to Judge Jordan. That's, you know what I'm saying? I mess with her hard, but, like, how you gonna see she gonna want me to do, a paper on responsibility when I had my slip up? I went there the next day and talked to my drug court people. You know what I mean? Like, I told them what happened and whatever, but maybe it's just, you know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was meant to be for me to do this essay, because just to think about, because she know what she doing. She probably like, well, this is the first time you ever took responsibility in anything. So, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm gonna make you write this essay. What's like I said, I'm not complaining. I could be in jail for the mess up, you know what I mean? So writing a little essay, you know what I mean, that ain't nothing. You know what I mean? So it's just, I just thought it was funny. You know what I mean? Responsibility, guys, is a big thing in recovery. You know what I mean? When I think about it, because you think about all the stuff that you neglected. You know what I mean? And then that's when you got to fix those things, and you wonder why this person don't trust me, because you never took responsibility of your actions. You know what I mean? Like, that was just something we was used to doing. I mean, it could have been something little. Oh, who left the toilet seat up? It wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Only 2 people in the house. One's a female, one's a guy, but it wasn't me, though. You know what I'm saying? Because we so used to not taking responsibility, that just comes out our mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was straight great liars. You know what I mean? So, like, this is something that we're going to have to work on for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, that's just it. And it's crazy that it has to be like that, but that's what made us so good at what we did. I mean, let's be honest. That's literally what made us so good with what we did, because we was so great at lying, because we had to lie. You know what I mean? Oh, are you high? No, I ain't high. Not taking responsibility. You know what I'm saying? If you high, just say you high. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, let's just be honest with the situation. But we didn't want to do that. Because we didn't take responsibility. So, like, I don't know. That was just, like, right on the hell. You know what I'm saying? When she first told me to do it, like, of course, I'm like, oh, man, why I got to do that? You know what I'm saying? But then I started writing it down and thinking about all the things that I didn't take responsibility for. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like, crazy. That's why a lot of people, like, we lose our cars, because everything comes first. Everything comes before our, well, not everything, but that drug and the alcohol comes before our responsibilities. That's just flat out. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter what it is. That's why we lose a lot of relationships. You know what I'm saying? You have a good girl, best girl, or a good guy, or whatever the case may have been, and then guess what? They tired of your bullcrap. They ain't in addiction with you. You know what I'm saying? They tired of dealing with it. You know what I mean? Because you don't take responsibility of your actions, and that's just flat out. And then people wonder, like, oh, why my girl leave me, or why my boyfriend leave me, or my husband or wife? Because look at you, look what you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like that's just period. So like in the steps it said to make amends, and like that's pretty much what I think they're talking about. You know, the people we hurt, the people we didn't take responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? Like I know my kids personally, they're like, yo, you couldn't make me dinner today. You know what I'm saying? Like, which I try to always make dinner, but sometimes it'd be like, you know, I try to hurry up and make dinner before my baby mama get off work, and she got out like 11. So I was trying to make dinner at like 10:30. Like, oh well, at least I did it. You know what I'm saying? At least I made dinner. So I mean, you can't say I didn't do it. You know what I mean? I might be buzzing right now or whatever, but you can't say I didn't do it though. You can't sit in there hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like who? You know what I mean? That's not taking responsibility for what I was supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? They can't feed themselves. Well, not at that point because they was younger. They can't now. They're older now, but that's not the point. They couldn't really, you know, they couldn't went in there and got a snack or something, but actually really made dinner or really ate dinner. You know what I'm saying? A real meal when they had to go to school the next day. You know what I'm saying? And then like they wonder why. You know what I'm saying? They want to wake up all late and stuff because they eat dinner at 10:30 at night. Then had to take a showers. Didn't get to bed until 12. You know what I'm saying? And then had to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then you know, I'm sitting here wondering, their mama like, oh, why these, you know what I'm saying? Why are they so tired? You know what I'm saying? Type stuff. You know, which like I said, she was in addiction with me. So when she got off work, we started drinking anyway. But that's not the point. That's beside the point. The point is just that, you know, not taking responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff. Or when the bills come up, you got a shut off notice for the lights or something, you know what I'm saying? Or the car note, the repo man coming to get the car, and you like, oh, why is the repo man coming? Probably because you didn't pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you want to pay your bills? Because you wanted more money for that alcohol, that drugs. And like I said, I'm not judging nobody because I was the same one. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just period. Always wanted to run the streets. You know what I mean? Like I said, as soon as my baby mama came home, I'm out the door. You know what I'm saying? To 1, 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I tell y'all a story. One time I was over at, you know, my baby mama got home from work one time, right, y'all? And then I went to the studio, you know what I mean? Drinking, smoking weed. This is before I was doing hard drugs, but it don't matter. I was drinking, smoking weed. It was like, y'all, it was a blizzard outside, yo. Not taking responsibility, like, oh, I gotta get home. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's snowing like I don't know what outside. You know, we in the studio just boom, 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 doing what we doing. And then I finally got outside, yo. I don't even, for real, this is a crazy story. I don't even know how I got home, yo. I don't even know how I got home. I got home though, for some reason. I got home. The door was locked, of course. Baby mama wasn't playing that wasn't playing that. So I knocked on the door. She opened the door. I smacked the ground like this. I felt inside the door. I want just smack the ground, and was out cold, drunk, so high. You know what I mean? Like I said, didn't know how I got home. That I just smacked the floor face first. Boom. This girl, she gonna take me and drag me inside the door, then close the door and leave me there. Didn't even get me up to you know, try to get me up to put me in bed or not. She just left me there on the floor. I woke up on the floor. I'm like, well, that's some bull right there. But then again, like I said, really can't blame her though. She's sitting there blowing my phone. Oh, the kids got school tomorrow. I gotta work in the morning. Like 8 o'clock in the morning. I think she had to work early that day or something like that. Are you gonna be home? Gonna be home? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna be home. But you already know. I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, stay out partying, doing this, doing that, you know what I'm saying, type stuff. So, you know, I really don't blame her. I would have left my butt there too, though, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was crazy. That was a crazy story. I'm talking about, guys, it was blizzard out, like literally a blizzard. I don't even, like, my whole pants was icy. Like, everything was like so crazy out there. You know, but I'm just saying, like, responsibility. it is crazy because we gotta learn that stuff all over again. That ain't nothing that we just go, you know, and it's crazy because we all grown, but we like, oh, we gotta learn how to be responsible again. You know what I mean? You thought you was responsible, but was you really though? You know, was you really though? Like, let's be for real. Not really. You wasn't responsible. I wasn't responsible. None of us was responsible. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said, I just wanted to put that out there because, like, I was just sitting here doing this paper and just thinking about this stuff, and you know, just like I just wanted to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Think of, like, you know, see if y'all ever what you know, think about, you know, have y'all think about what y'all neglected. You know what I'm saying? In your in your addiction. And what you gotta fix now that you're in your recovery. You know what I'm saying? Like I said the other day ago, all this stuff that we messed up in our addiction, we gotta turn around and fix it. And that's the messed up part about it. We gotta get our cars back because we wasn't responsible. You know, we messed up our credit. You know what I'm saying? Credit shot because we weren't responsible enough to pay our bills. You know what I'm saying? We gotta find a house that we can live in because we got kicked out of so many houses. Why? Because we wasn't being responsible and paid the house bills. You know what I'm saying? Light bill so shot. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We gotta put the light bill in somebody else's name now. You know what I'm saying? So this is all the stuff that we gonna have to do. And don't, you know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say though is at the end of the day, don't be discouraged. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it all fixes itself. As long as we doing right, y'all, it's gonna fix itself. I mean, that's just excuse me, that's just the way it is. You know? But one thing I do want to touch on because when I was doing the video with my baby mama, she said that she meant to put this out there on the video, so I told her I would. But I'll probably do a whole video about it or whatever. But like, don't get discouraged either. Once you become you're a person in recovery, y'all, you're gonna find so many health problems that you didn't even know you had. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? That you gonna be like, go to the doctor because you ain't been there in 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Like, yo, I got a whole colon that's swollen. I got, you know what I'm saying? This is wrong, you know what I'm saying? But all them, even though it's health problems, it can always get fixed. You know what I'm saying? I know when I went to rehab, my whole stomach was swollen. I went to the doctors and they said my liver is so scarred up from drinking so many years that it's crazy. If I would have kept drinking, let's just say for another year, I wouldn't be here talking to you. Excuse me, I wouldn't be here talking to y'all now. You know what I mean? So I mean that's just the way it is. You know, like your mind's not gonna work right. You're gonna have to because you killed so many brain cells that them brains, and thankfully your brain cells can grow back. You feel me? It once you stop. So all that stuff is going. Like my liver, it can heal itself. You know what I mean? Over time, you know, it wasn't so scarred up that it couldn't heal itself. But I'm just saying, like, you know, these health problems, guys, is gonna come because we ain't take care of ourselves so much. Like, no responsibility. We wasn't responsible enough to go to the doctor when we needed to go to the doctor. We weren't responsible enough to go to the dentist when we didn't need to go to the dentist. You know what I'm saying? Responsibility again. But the thing about it is, like, don't get discouraged, guys. You know what I'm saying? That's just just one more stepping stone in that road. You know what I mean? So get y'all butts to the doctor. You know, it's gonna be scary to find out what's all wrong, shoot, because you like, yo, I ain't shoot. It's been like, I ain't went to the doctor since 2002. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 2025 now. Like, what? Like, what we doing here? I don't know, but look, I love y'all, though. I just wanted to throw that out there. Oh, yeah, guys, go check out my my family channel. I changed the name because it was like, I don't know, so it's Hunt Family Channel. Go check that out. AJ was putting these chairs together, guys. We got these, I'll show my mom too, so she'd be like, oh, you guys probably watch. She gonna put something crazy on there, guys. Watch. Like, oh, you guys probably put the chairs together. But we put the chairs together. Like I said, a little bit at a time. But anyway, when I was putting the chairs together, guys, I was sitting there making some chicken. Boy. He just wanted to be on camera. He a camera hog. Yep. But I was putting the chairs together, guys, and guess what? The whole goddamn old pan of chicken just busted in the refrigerator. I mean, in the oven. It was crazy. Go check that video out on Hunt Family channel, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and like and subscribe on that channel for me too, guys. Like, I'm trying to do as much as we can. Like I said, I don't really like doing a lot of that stuff. Like a lot of those videos, or even with my kids, I do. But like with videos here or something like that. Well, but this is just like my recovery channel. I want to talk about all recovery. I want to have people on here. Y'all already know how I do in this channel. Have people on here about recovery. That's what we do. But you guys want to see some labs. You want to see some crazy stuff. You know, go ahead and check out, you know what I'm saying, the Hunt Family channel. You know what I'm saying? Go subscribe to that one. But anyway, I just had to throw that out there, guys, because it just popped in my head, and that was something important to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Responsibility. You know, Judge Jordan, she's a smart lady. But anyway, I'm going to get off here, guys. You know what I'm saying? You already know how I do. I got to finish writing my essay, my essay here. And then go ahead and cook some dinner and do some other stuff. Pretty much got everything done in the house, guys. A little bit at a time, though. But alright, I love y'all. Y'all already know I'm proud of y'all. Y'all keep the good work up. You know what I mean? Like I said, y'all give me 10 likes, I read the essay to y'all tomorrow. See what the essay say tomorrow when I do one. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all subscribe. Y'all comment down below like I said, what responsibilities that he got again the camera. What responsibilities that y'all neglected when you was in your addiction. I told y'all about mine. You know what I mean? Go ahead and put down in the comments about y'all. You know, I like to hear back. You know, I know a lot of people don't comment or whatever, but you know, it's good. It's not only good for me, but it's good for everybody else out there. You know what I mean? It's good to hear our stories and stuff like that. But I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Peace.